Hello friends, today in this lecture we are going to study the tourism and hospitality industry in India. In the last lecture we have discussed about the banking sector and we have taken overview of banking sector. Uh, Indian tourism and hospitality industry has emerged as one of the key driver of growth among the service sector in India. But some setback happened or setback experienced by this sector due to COVID-19. But tourism in India has significant potential considering the rich cultural and historical heritage, variety in ecology, terrains, and places of natural beauty spread across the country. In financial year 20, 39 million jobs were created in the tourism sector in India. These accounted for 8% of the total employment in the country. The number is expected to rise by 2% per annum to 52.3 million jobs by 2028. And tourism is also a potentially large employment generator, besides being a significant source of foreign exchange for the country also. According to WTTC, India ranked 10th among 185 countries in terms of travel and tourism's total contribution to GDP in 2019. During 2019, contribution of travel and tourism to GDP was 6.8% of the total economy, rupees 13,068 13 lakh 68,000 crores rupees. In terms of dollar, 194 billion dollars. The tourism and hospitality industry contributed in the GDP. I have taken the last data till 2019 to 20 because some COVID situation was there. So it is important to analyze the data before the COVID-19. Uh, Robust demand is there. By 2029, India's tourism sector is expected to grow at 6.7% to reach rupees 35 trillion, and accounting for 9.2% of the total economy. International tourist arrival in India is expected to reach 30.5 million by 2028. Attractive opportunities are government is providing free loans to micro, small, and medium enterprises to help them deal with the crisis and revive the economy, including the tourism sector. Post the pandemic crisis, the government planned to tap into regional tourism by opening doors for South Asian country tourists, etc. Policy support is there. Campaigns such as Swadesh Darshan, a theme-based tourist circuit, was launched to harness the tourism industry's potential. The Ministry of Tourism has created a policy for development and promotion of caravan and caravan camping parks. Diverse attractions are there in the across whole the country. India offers geographical diversity, attractive beaches, 37 World Heritage Sites, and 10 biogeographic zones. The country's big coastline is dotted with several attractive beaches. So these are the advantages for Indian tourist and hospitality sector. In terms of market size, India is the most digitally advanced traveler nation in terms of digital tools being used for planning, booking, and experiencing a journey. India's rising middle class and increasing disposable income has supported the growth of domestic and outbound tourism. During 2019, foreign tourist arrival, that is we called it FTA, in India stood at 10.89 million, achieving a growth rate of 3%, 3.2% year on year basis. During 2019, uh, The foreign exchange earning, that is we called it FEEs, from tourism increased 4.8% year on year to rupees 1,94,881 crores. In 2019, arrivals through e-tourist visa increased by 23.6% year on year to 2.9 million. International hotel chains are increasing their presence in the country, and it will account for around 47% share in tourism and hospitality sector of India by 2020-21, and 50% by 2022. Investments. In terms of investment, we can analyze this sector. India was globally the third largest in terms of investment in travel and tourism, with an inflow of US dollar 45.7 billion in 2018, accounting for 5.9% of the total investment in the country. Hotel and tourism sector received a cumulative FDI inflow of US dollar 15.57 billion between April 2000 and September 2020. So attractive sector for this is the attractive sector for FDI also. What are the government initiatives for this sector? The Indian government has realized the country's potential in the tourism industry and has taken several steps to make India a global tourism hub. Some of the major initiatives planned by the government of India to boost the tourism and hospitality sector of India are as follows. On November 4, 2020, the Union Minister of State for Tourism and Culture, Mr. Prahlad Singh Patel, inaugurated the Tourist Facilitation Center, facility constructed under the project development of Guru Wire Kerala under the Prasad scheme of the Ministry of Tourism. The Ministry of Tourism's Dekho Apna Desh webinar series titled 12 Month of Adventure Travel on November 2020 is likely to promote India as an adventure tourist destination. In October 2020, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated 4 new tourist attractions in Gujarat, namely Arogya Van, Ekta Mall, Children's Nutrition Park, and Sardar Patel Zoological Park, Jungle Safari, near the Statue of Unity at Kevadia in Narmada district. The initiative is a part of 17 new projects that are planned. Additionally, the government will also launch seaplane service from Ahmedabad to Statue of Unity in a major push to India's tourism. The Ministry of Tourism developed an initiative called Sathi, that is System for Assessment, Awareness and Training for Hospitality Industry, by partnering with the Quality Council of India in October 2020. The Ministry of Tourism launched Dekho Apna Desh webinar series to provide information on many destinations and sheer depth and expanse on the culture and heritage of India. The initiative will effectively implement guidelines with reference to COVID-19 for safe operation of hotels, restaurants, etc. Ministry of Tourism also launched audio guide facility app called Audiogos for 12 sites in India, including iconic sites. Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi urged people to visit 15 domestic tourist destinations in India by 2022. Statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as Statue of Unity was inaugurated in October 2018. It is the highest standing statue in the world at a height of 182 meters. It is expected to boost the tourism sector in the country and put it on the world tourism map. Government of India is working to achieve 1% share in world's international tourist by arrival by 2020 and 2% share by 2025. Under budget 2020-21, the government of India has allotted rupees 1,200 crores for development of tourist circuits under Swadesh Darshan for 8 northeast states. Under budget 2020-21, the government of India has allotted rupees 207.55 crores for development of tourist circuits under Prasad scheme. In 2019, government reduced GST on hotel rooms with tariff of rupees 1001 rupees. Then some other initiatives and some other concessions also provided by the government of India. Achievements of this sector. Following are some achievements during the 2019-20. 2021 is yet to go. That's why I have taken the previous data. During 2019-20, an additional fund rupees 1,854 crore was sanctioned for new projects under the Swadesh Darshan scheme. Ministry of Tourism sanctioned 18 projects covering all the northeastern states for rupees 1,456 crores to develop and promote of tourism in the region under Swadesh Darshan and Prasad schemes. A statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as State of Unity, was inaugurated in October 2018, and the total revenue generated till November 2019 stood at rupees 82 crore. In terms of dollar, we can say $11.81 million. The Statue of Unity earned as a revenue. Road ahead, we can say that it is a emerging trend. People stay at luxurious hotels to revive themselves of stress in a peaceful getaway. To service to such needs, major hotel chains such as Marriott International, IHG hotels and resorts and Oberoi hotels are introducing staycation offers where guests can choose from a host of curated experiences within the hotel. India's travel and tourism industry has huge growth potential. The industry is looking forward to expansion of e-visa scheme, which is expected to double the tourist inflow in India. India's travel and tourism industry has the potential to expand by 2.5% on the back of higher budgetary allocation and low cost healthcare facility also, according to a joint study conducted by ASSOCHAM and Yes Bank. So this is the future road or the plan for this industry. India have a natural and cultural benefit. It has the rich cultural sites, diversified nature, natural sites are there. So India have the huge potential in this industry to grow and earn the foreign currency, and also domestic tourism and hospitality is also have the too much potential because the huge demand from the people. The middle class of India is increasing, rising. The earnings of middle class is increasing. So obviously the demand for tourism is increasing. and the government also taking the initiatives, because government have identified that the so much potential is involved in this industry, and so much revenue can be generated. You can take the example of the Statue of Unity. Within a 2 years of span, it has earned, you can see here, the 18.51 crore, around 83 crore rupees revenue generated by Statue of Unity, and it is a permanent source for the livelihood for the people residing this area, to provide the facility. So like this, the artificial tourist places can also be developed, and natural sites and natural cultural sites are there also. In Maharashtra also we have the forts, different forts, and different historical places are there. In India, so much uh, the sites, so many sites are there, historical sites are there, cultural sites are there, some natural sites are there, beaches, we have the natural advantage of sea sites, and we have the forest, we have the forts, historical places, spiritual tourism is there. So spiritual tourism is also preferred in domestically in India, because there is the so many religious places are there, and it has the mind, uh, it have the impression of religion in the mind of people, that we should, we must visit some places, uh, like Char Dham Yatra, and then some, if we take the Amarnath Yatra, then like Makkah visit, like this. So uh, they have some impression of religion, that we should visit in our life some religious places, and it is must. So friends, that was the discussion on this topic. I have taken the references for this: media reports, Ministry of Tourism, press releases, Department and Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, press information video, and Union Budget 2020-21. Uh, uh, so friends, if you have any discussion, any things, addition, subtraction, then let me know. If you have any problem, then also you can contact me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.